Hi, my name is Khushboo Jaiswal, and I'm here to talk to you about diabetes. First, the question is, what is diabetes? Let me tell you. Diabetes is a disease involving the pancreas. It's when the pancreas produces no insulin or a little bit of insulin, but that depends on what type you are. First, I'll explain what insulin is, and then I'll elaborate more on the types. Insulin is produced by the pancreas. Without insulin, glucose would build up in your bloodstreams, eventually intoxicating your body. And you use glucose for energy, such as sugar, carbs, and I'll explain to you why it's bad to have high blood sugars and low blood sugars. Type 1 diabetes is also known as juvenile diabetes. It's more dangerous because the pancreas doesn't produce any insulin. That's why they rely on insulin pumps, which is a pump that inserts insulin with you, and you must keep it with you 24/7. If you miss your day, then your life could be in jeopardy. And so it's really dangerous, and that's why doctors have frequent checkups, and they don't really give an excuse why it happens, so they go, it's an immune deficiency. Type 2 diabetes, the pancreas produces a little bit of insulin. That's why they want to put you on the pill first, like a pill, like a diabetes pill with insulin, not that way. Okay. But if your diabetes is running poorly, they will put you on an insulin shot. The difference between an insulin shot and an insulin pump is the insulin shot, you give it to yourself, and it's okay if you miss one day, but you don't want to miss it, because in the future you will have very, very bad problems. And you want to have a set time to be consistent, but it's okay. Having high blood sugars, why is that bad? Like I said before, glucose builds up in your bloodstream, and eventually that'll intoxicate your body. So it'll lead to amputations, blindness, and organ failure. And you want to take care of yourself so that doesn't happen to you in the future. So just take your insulin, you'll be okay. Exercise, you'll be okay. Why is having low blood sugars bad? Well, the energy relies on the body and glucose, because how else are you going to get your energy? It helps you do your daily functions. Well, the brain can't really do anything except send out signals, and so you'll get symptoms such as nausea, vomiting, sweating, hunger, and shaking. But sometimes when you're sleeping, you won't realize you're having these symptoms, and you might slip into a coma, and that's bad. Checking blood sugars. It's a very simple task. It's actually, the machine is about like this size, and you want to check it 3 times a day. In the morning, in the middle of the day, and an hour after you eat, so you get accurate numbers. And so this also helps the doctor determine your A1C. An A1C is an average of your the glucose in your bloodstream. And so 6 to 7% is a really good A1C, because that means there's about 126 to 140 milligrams of glucose in your body. And so anything lower or higher could be dangerous in the future. There's no cure for diabetes except exercising. You can have your little bit of glucose, but exercise, because when you exercise, your body is working it off. And so why I chose this topic is because I was diagnosed with diabetes when I was 10 years old. And obviously, when I was little, I didn't really know what diabetes was. And you can see me eating all these sweets, and I'm like, woohoo, candy, And so I always wanted to eat chocolate. And so there's a picture of me in my basketball uniform, and obviously, I definitely needed braces, but that's not the point here. And so I would tell my mom, even though I did bad during the basketball game, can I have a little bit of candy or some ice cream? She'd be like, no. And I was used to always getting chocolate after a game. And I was like, boo-hoo, why, And so then I started realizing until recently that diabetes is a serious condition, because family members close to me were affected poorly by it. And it hurts to see my family weak like that. But now I know I should take responsibility of my actions by just taking my insulin. What's the big deal? Exercise, take my insulin. It'll be okay. It helps me shape my future. Yes, I made some mistakes by not taking my medicine, but now I know that I have a responsibility to make the right choices. So, thank you.